Guys, welcome back to the channel for another episode of the Sims in Bloom Legacy Challenge. Today is a lovely day in the Blossom household, and that is because your girl Daisy is pregnant. Daisy just found out that she is pregnant, and she is about to go rush off to tell Walker that she's pregnant. Walker is just coming out of the shower. It is such a crazy time. She is a little bit worried because how will her kids feel with a new baby on the way? Also, we had plans for them to get married, but that's yet again something that she wants to put on hold because of the fact that she is pregnant. She doesn't know how she feels about walking down the aisle in a pregnancy dress, like in a wedding dress, being pregnant. So she's like going through the motions right now. There's a lot of things that she's feeling now. Since they've moved to Del Sol Valley, things have been a lot better for the kids. For one, Brandon and Sakura have done a great job of making friends. I think Sakura has a best friend, actually. If we look in her relationships, she's best friends with Crystal. And then I think Brandon is also really good friends with Atlas. So they have made some friends. Daisy is also pretty good with this chick here, Kaylin. And she's also talking to Aya and Clara. So there are a couple people that she's talking to. And then Walker is kind of really good with Knox. And he's also talking to Victor here. He also is acquainted with Kaylin as well. And so far, I think the family is starting to have a good time living in this safe house. I think things are starting to get a lot better for them. Today, little Miss Sakura here is going through a phase. One, from practice makes perfect. She's also having her momentum and whatever. But we did get a notification. I love that she has confidence right now and she's feeling closely connected and that kind of stuff. But we did get a notification that, okay, so she made friends with the monster, but she's going through a phase where she will pick up an instrument any chance she gets, yell often, and turn up all radios to 11. So she is basically going through a phase. Brandon has another loose tooth, and he also tried to befriend the monster. That did not go according to plan. But anyways, Daisy is kind of heading outside right now to tell Walker that she is pregnant. I don't know why they had to be standing in the bush hiding to tell. These two crack me up. Why are y'all standing in the bush? You could have just told them over there that you was pregnant, right? Why you came in this bush? I don't know. I think maybe they're trying to like whisper it because they don't want the kids to know. How is she going to tell the kids that she's pregnant? What is Brandon doing in Sakura's room? I have no idea. Sakura's out here watching the kids channel. Daisy, because she's feeling so happy this morning, is going to come in here. She's going to serve up breakfast, and I think today we are going to make some pancakes, and he is going to go ahead and compliment her appearance. Oh, he was gonna do that. Ooh, don't fall, Daisy. She's very clumsy, y'all. Don't fall. Now's not the time for that. I think he's going to come inside and he is going to teach about romance. No. Why is that even a thing for children? What? He's gonna go ahead and brighten her day. Oh, Brandon, look, there's a little kid kind of walking in the back alley here. I don't know how you're gonna get to him, but it would be nice for him to make extra friends. So I am gonna have him go ahead and give this kid here a friendly introduction. Let's just say he was just kind of looking out the window and he saw the kid and now he wants to go talk to him. So I'm gonna have him go ahead and do that. I think Sakura is, she's in her moods this morning. She's going to go ahead and play in the sprinkler. And I think Walker, for the most part, is going to go ahead and kind of watch a channel. Or maybe he can do a little bit of channel surfing while he's sitting here. So Daisy's in the kitchen. She's doing her thing, Everybody's going to be doing something while Daisy's preparing breakfast so that we can all kind of sit down. I did say that I wanted to remove these two stools from here because I'm noticing that they're sitting there, and I would love for them as a family to all sit down at the dinner table. So actually, instead of Sakura going outside to play in the sprinkler, I think it would be best for her to set the table with casual settings, and we'll do some yellow ones today. So Saki, can you go and do that? Walker, you do your thing. Brandon's out here talking to his newfound little friend. Who is this kid though? Ren Grove. Oh, so he's Umber's kid. Anyways, while that's happening, Daisy's out here kind of grabbing breakfast for everybody. What the hell is this? Get out of my way. All right, Daisy's grabbing breakfast for everybody. I think we're going to go ahead and move the breakfast, put it in the middle of the table here. And Daisy's going to go ahead and call everybody to the meal, and we're all going to sit down and have breakfast. Thanks so much, Sakura. Why are you shouting? So she's just like, everybody come eat. Okay, and we're all going to sit down at the dinner table, and we're going to have a nice, lovely breakfast of some pancakes, and maybe she can even kind of talk to the kids and ask them, you know, like, how was their night and stuff like that. So she's going to go ahead, and she's going to be friendly, and I think she's going to give a talking to. I think she's also going to tell her a little bit of a dramatic story, and then we're going to share the big news to Sakura. Turn this off. Walker, go sit here. Why does, oh my god, why does everybody just sit here? You don't need to be sitting in the living room. I hate that. I need a mod for that. I don't want to put any mods in my game, but it's so unfortunate that I have to. Brandon, please come inside and get something to eat. It's breakfast time. Your entire family's in here. We do have an announcement. She's like, Mom, you're having a baby? Oh, she's so happy. So she's happy that her mama's having a baby. Brandon is making his way. Kids run so slowly, bro. Brandon is making his, is this who I think it is? Alexander Goth. They are so tiny. I just realized how tiny kids are. But anyways, let's have these two continue their little conversation. She is going to give her baby girl a hug. She's also going to brighten her day. And she's going to tell her a little bit of an engaging story. What's Walker doing? Aw, Walker's cleaning up the plates. He's such a daddy. Look at him. Okay, so I think now Daisy can come and she can share the big news with Brandon as well. I do want for her to tell them so she can kind of gauge their reactions and see, you know, how they're feeling the whole idea. Oh, he's like, oh, okay, so they all want a new little baby. Oh, that's really nice. Let's go ahead and tell him an unbelievable story. Just make funny faces, and then we can kind of ask him about school. Like, how do you guys feel now that you're going to be going to a new school? That kind of stuff. So she really is engaged in her kids' lives, which is what's important. Initially, I didn't want her to have another kid, but things happen, and now she has another kid. Now I do want to have a pet, so I would like for you guys to leave in the comment section down below if we should get a dog or a cat or even a hamster for the kids. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, if you have not yet, consider subscribing to the channel, as it would really help me to meet my goal of having 5,000 subscribers before the end of June. I would love to have 5,000 subscribers before my birthday. That would really make my entire year. So if you guys could just hit that subscribe button, if you haven't subscribed already, that would really help the channel to grow. Anyways, continuing on, I would love for Brandon to be the nice son he is. Oh, he's doing his homework, so never mind. Walker, can you put away this food for me? And then I think he's going to kind of go ahead and help Brandon with his homework. And in the meantime, have you done your homework, little miss? Because you're just standing out here. Your mom out here sharing. Aw, I love that. It looks like Sakura and Daisy just adore spending time with each other. Such comfortable camaraderie among family members is a blessing. Family members with a close family dynamic will actively seek each other's company when nearby, keep in better touch when living in separate households, and gain additional positive moodlets from spending quality time together. Would you say that the family dynamic between Sakura and Daisy is close? I would say that she is starting to bond a little bit more with Sakura at first. Oh, Sakura has finished her homework, so she didn't really have to do her homework. Where is he going? He's thinking about his mom. He's coming out here to chat with them. He's so nosy. I love him so much. Oh, I don't know what it is about this little boy. But I love him so much. I absolutely do. I think I would love for him to have a bike. I did have a bike for him before I moved them. So I would love for the both of them to actually have bikes. And I would love for maybe Walker to kind of help him with riding the bike, that kind of stuff. So we're going to go out here. And in transportation, I'm going to get him this. Oh, Sakura could use this bike right here. This one with the cute little basket on it. Oh, and it would be nice for all of them to kind of go bike riding. So we're going to put the bikes outside. I think that one's going to be for Sakura. This one can be for Walker. This one can be for Brandon. And I really feel like Daisy would want to have a basket of daisies on her bike. So we're definitely going to do that for her. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that for her. And then they do have this little tiny car in their driveway, but we're going to get rid of that one. And I kind of want to put something that seems more like a family car. Though I'm not really seeing a family car per se here. So I think we can just use this one. They are a small family after all. So we can put a small car here. There's already a bicycle out here. A yellow one actually. So I don't really need this one. This one will be for Daisy. So we're going to go ahead. Oop, wrong person. I'm going to put this in your inventory. This goes in your inventory. This goes in your inventory. And then Daisy, this goes in your inventory. And I think I would love for him to ask Daisy for help with riding the bike. Sakura needs to pee desperately, so she's going to go ahead and use the toilet. Oh, they all want to ask Daisy for help with riding the bike. Where is Walker? Walker is in here looking at this iPad. I guess he's like checking out what the kids have been playing around with and that kind of stuff. So he's going to go ahead and check that out. In the meantime, whenever I see Sims, I'm going to have to fix them up because this is not my save file. If you guys remember in the last episode, I kind of told you guys about the state of my save file and what has been happening. And so I'm basically just kind of going around, and as I see the Sims, I kind of switch them up. So it is going to take a while, and it is going to take a while for me to kind of get all of the Sims together because I'm not going into each household and doing it individually. As I see them, I apply my settings to them. So it makes it a lot easier for me without having to focus too much on them. In the meantime, he's going to go ahead and learn how to... Why are you learning to ride your bike there? You can't learn to ride your bike there. You guys need to go outside on the street. No, you both need to go outside here. Go here. And Daisy, go here. Let them both go outside. And now that you're both outside, Brandon, where's your bike? It's in here, right? You can now go and ask Daisy for help with riding your bike. And you can ride your bike on the street. I have never seen... Why are you going home? No, go ask Daisy to teach you how to ride your bike, and you can ride your bike out here on the street.
Oh, Lucci!
Yes, now this is much better. Yes, now this is better. Look at his little face all upset. Let me do tab. And I want to get a picture of, look at his little face. He all mad like he don't want to learn. Boy, you going to learn how to ride this bike today. You was going to learn how to ride this bike today. Who is this? I noticed there's a lot of children in this neighborhood as well, which is kind of fun because the kids do need to have more friends. And because of the fact that they moved, I think Brandon was a little bit miserable in the first couple days of me playing them off camera. I think he was miserable. He was extremely sad. And I couldn't figure out why it was that he was sad, but I just played it as, they moved and he's upset because he had friends and now he doesn't have any friends. I think that was the case. Sakura, there's actually a little girl out here. Her name is Delilah. You can go ahead and make friends with Delilah. So come on. You can make a little friend here. Aw. Look at little Delilah in her nice little outfit. There are a lot of kids in this neighborhood. Like, excuse me, there are quite a lot of kids in this neighborhood. And Daisy's just kind of watching Mr. Man here learn to ride his bike. Sakura, on the other hand, she needs to learn to ride her bike as well. I guess she can just go ahead and... Oh, there's nobody nearby who can practice riding bike. Okay, well, maybe she can go ahead and ask for help with bike riding with Mr. Man here. And we've got a couple little kids walking down the street. So this is perfect for the kids to actually make friends. I didn't think that this would be a neighborhood where I would see like a lot of kids just kind of walking down the street, but seeing them just makes it easier for the kids to actually make friends. Like, look, here comes another little girl just kind of walking down the street here. It's just kids. I've never lived in this neighborhood, so I never really noticed this kind of stuff. I mean, there are adults walking down here, but there's a lot of kids. Like, do you see this? There's a little playground here, and this is the first time I'm seeing so many kids just chill out at a playground. Brandon is learning how to ride his bike, so while it would be nice for them to kind of play around at the playground, and it also is pretty cool that they live right next to this playground, I really do. Ooh, and people have made sandwiches and stuff, but they're just staying here and stinking up the place. Walker, be a good man over here and come throw away some of these things. Maybe one of these Sundays. Oh, today is actually Sunday. Maybe we can have Walker come over here and he can do some grilling, and we can grill up some chicken chimichurri skewers. Yeah, he can grill up some skewers and the family can kind of chill out in here. I do need to get the tool mod and put it back in my game because I would very much love to put down like a picnic blanket and a couple other things within this little area here. Y'all know me when it comes to the tool mod. I like to toolify everything. So I am really thinking of probably putting a picnic blanket underneath here, or maybe even some toddler toys, and kind of making my world feel a whole lot full. He just had to use a bicycle, didn't you? You couldn't walk? You just had to ride a bike, come in here, right? Well, it doesn't really matter to me. At least he got in here. And Daisy is still just out here kind of teaching baby boy how to ride his bike. I see a couple new Sims kind of spawning in. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of load up my appearance file on them so that everybody is kind of set. I don't know why, but ever since I started playing like this, it is so hard for me to see Sims with the normal sized head. It just doesn't feel right to me when they have a normal sized head. It just, I don't know. See, I don't know. Ever since I started playing the way I'm playing, I just can't go back. It's kind of hard to do so. It's kind of hard to do so, and it might not be everybody's cup of tea because I've had several people to go like, ew, why do your Sims look like that? But you know what these people can do? They can KMA, because I don't really care. I love my game and that's all that matters. So Sakura is taking a nap. Walker is over here grilling it up. Well, he's not grilling it up yet. He's going to start grilling it up pretty soon. I think I would love to throw a birthday party for the kids right over here. Yes! This would be the perfect spot to have a birthday party. I would throw down some birthday stuff using Tool and turn this into like a birthday venue and put some balloons right here. Yes, this is the perfect space for them to live at. There's a block of apartments across the street, which is kind of interesting. I kind of like that. Now, I do love this save file. There are, however, several things that I have changed within the family, within the save file, because there were certain lots that I visited that I didn't like the aesthetic of, so I kind of changed. And I do plan to take the tool mod and come in here and toolify this neighborhood. So just watch. Okay, just watch. Y'all know me. I love the tool mod very much. So everything is gonna be toolified in here. Sakura, look at this. Get out of bed, baby girl. There's so many kids over here that you can be friendly to. Give a howdy introduction to this little girl. And then there's another little girl here. You can give a friendly introduction to her. You can actually make so many friends. And then we can start like a little club. And you and your friends can kind of meet up. I would love for her to have more than one friend. Even though Crystal is like her best friend, it'd be nice for her to have multiple little friends. And then another thing is, once they age up into teenagers, it's going to be really nice. I cannot wait for the second generation of this family to start. She really wants to become friends with Walker, and I am going to pin that in. She also wants to go for a mindful walk. That is something that we can do a little bit later, so I am going to tag that in as well. Let's see what Daisy has wants for. She wants to plant something. She also wants to level up in a handiness skill, and she wants to extinguish a fire. Walker wants to analyze a book, and he wants to stay outside for 8 hours. I think it's a great idea. Look at this. Grab a serving. And then I think Daisy's going to come over here. She's going to grab a serving as well. You can come over here and you can... Atlas is wondering if I want to go over his house and hang out. I think I'm going to have Atlas go. I think I'm going to have him go over to Atlas's house. That is kind of cute. And I've never seen a kid with the name Atlas. I think that's a cute name. I would never name my kid that, but I'm just saying it's a cute name for whoever wants to use it for their kid. I just wouldn't name my kid Atlas. But... Oh, this is his family. Oh, yes. I totally remember this family. Oh, look at this cute dog. Is this a puppy? No, this is an adult dog. Oh, it's so cute. He's like, hi, doggy. I would love for them to have a pet. Yes, it is confirmed we are getting a dog. It is confirmed we are getting a dog. I don't know what kind of dog, but we're going to get a dog. I think Brandon would love a dog. It's always been so. I actually wanted to only have one kid at one point. And then that one kid would have been Brandon, but then Sakura came along, and now Daisy's pregnant again. So he's going to come inside, and he's going to give Mrs. Michelson a friendly introduction. And he's also going to give Mr. Christopher a friendly introduction because, you know, he's a respectful, polite little boy, and we teach our kids manners. We don't have them just come inside people's house. We actually have them introduce themselves. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to say hello to the parents in the household because I would really love for him to be that respectful child. So he's going to go ahead and say hello to the parents. Now they have a lovely home, very, very nice. Questionable choice of decorations. I do love their home. I do love their home. Don't get me wrong, I do love their home, but I'ma change it. I'ma change it. I'ma change it. I'ma change it. Like, don't get me wrong. I do love, love, love their home. Didn't they have a little baby at one point? I do love their home, but I'm going to change it. Let's go into the gallery. The lot size is 50 by 40. And we're going to go with following. And we're going to go with popular. Popular. You're gonna be popular. I'm such an idiot. Okay, so we are looking for a home here. I think I want to use this one. Da, 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yes. Much, much nicer. I like this home. All right. So everybody's out. Oh, they do have a little baby. Hello, little baby.
Yeah.
Let's meet Orion. I love that name, Orion. Oh, Orion is actually a nice name. And let me give all of these people, bam. Even the baby gonna get a big head. Yes, we gonna give all of these Sims a big head. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, there we go. All right. Why they leave the baby on the street?
Yesharu.
Ain't you good? We need to reset you. Did you say play peekaboo with the baby? Why is the baby outside? Oh, he wanted to use the bathroom. Oh, I'm so sorry, baby boy. Go ahead and use the bathroom. He really got to go. So he's going to go ahead and use the bathroom. And this backyard is so cute. So I think he could go ahead and play pretend with, and they can play Space Explorers. Him and Atlas can play Space Explorers. I do want to do this a lot often with the kids. Whenever friends invite them over, I want to have, episodes where I kind of play with them and their friends. This tree is disgusting. Like, it gets completely black when you're zoomed away from it. Like, this is the nastiest thing I've ever seen. Like, the texture on this tree is like, what the fuck is that? What the actual fuck is that? I don't know why people even think of using this nasty tree. It is so disgusting. Like, I'm very sorry, but it is a disgusting tree. I'll use this one instead. Yes, that's much better. All right. So, and their yard is looking pretty nice. I really love this neighborhood. I just feel like there is a lot that EA could have given us. Like, a lot. We could have gotten a lot more than what they've given us here. But you know how it goes.
Papa. Bobasilov. Oh, Harfin Wanu.
Excuse me,
Fuba.
people. Y'all baby is just out here on the street. Aren't y'all gonna pick him up? You know, like in Inzoi, there's a little play button.
Yeah,
If EA did that, that would be cool. And without a loading screen. I mean, it would be nice if while you're on the lot itself, you could play certain Sims. Just like how Inzoi does it, I think that would be super cool. So these two are playing Space Explorer. Oh, that is so cute. I think now Brandon is going to go home and he's going to want to have a tree house too. Because he's just like, oh, Mom, I went to Atlas's house and Atlas has a tree house and it's so cool. Can we have a tree house? Yes, we can have a tree house. We're going to have a tree house. I'm definitely going to have Daisy and Walker kind of build them a tree house. And I think I would love for the entire family to be engaged in this whole process. So he's going to chat with Christopher. I wonder what Christopher wants. Aw, I think I want them to have a treehouse. Because I know Daisy is the kind of parent that would do anything for her kids. And she doesn't want her kids to feel left out. So I'm pretty sure if Brandon was to go home and be like, Mom, I went to Alice's house and Alice has a tree house. She'll be like, oh, Alice has a tree. Okay, say no more. Let's go over to Laos or Lowe's or however you say it. We go over there and get some supplies. And we gonna build you a tree house. Next thing you know, Atlas is gonna come over. She's like, Atlas has a nicer house than them, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, things happen. We can get a nicer house, but not right now. Oh, look at him sitting on the rocking chair. Okay, so what are you talking? Let's go ahead and give this man a friendly introduction, because I don't think you gave him a friendly introduction yet. I also don't want him to be sitting around in grown folk business, so I don't want him to be like listening in on their conversation. Go ahead and give a friendly introduction. And then I think he's going to go ahead, and it's time for him to leave. It's 4 o'clock, and I don't want him to be out that late. So I think Brandon, for the most part, is going to go ahead and head home, because we respect our parents and household rules, not him going to get a whole bowl of peas. Now, mind you, I actually do this in real life. I kid you guys not. Like, these peas, I said that boily shit and I eat them just like that. I love those peas. Their baby is still out here on the side of the street, and this lady is calling CPS. She's just like, excuse me, there's a baby out here on the side of the street. CPS, where you at? Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna see y'all when Brandon gets home. Yeah, I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, guys, we are back home. Brandon is feeling pretty good about himself. Daisy, on the other hand, is feeling a little nauseous. So I think I want to have her just kind of relax a little bit in bed. I think she's going to just kind of lay down and relax, because she is not feeling the best. Walker, on the other hand, is in here watching Politicum. I didn't even realize baby girl had a TV in her bedroom. That's nice. She actually has a TV. Well, she has a TV. Brandon has a computer. I think Brandon was grounded from using the computer. Oh, he can use it now. So he's going to go ahead and chat in the kids' chat room. And Sakura, on the other hand, she's over here still at the park. Is she by herself at this point? Wait, where is she? Oh, she's in the backyard. I thought she was at the park. She's just in the backyard. I think I'm going to have her go ahead and, you know what? Let's let her play. She doesn't need to come inside. She can go ahead and play. Walker, on the other hand, he's going to go ahead, and I think they need to kind of talk a little bit about the wedding. He's going to ask her, like, babe, do you really want us to postpone the wedding? Or do you think we should just kind of get it over with? You know? So she's probably like, babe, I don't know. Maybe we should just have something quick. You know, we don't really know much people, and if we put this off any longer, it's just gonna feel wrong. So of course they've made a decision, and we are going to plan their wedding. So next Saturday is going to be their wedding. I'm going to go ahead and plan a wedding event for them, you guys. We don't really care who shows up and who doesn't. We just want to have a wedding. So we're gonna throw a wedding, and it's going to be these people that are going to be there. We need a caterer. No, we don't really need a caterer, a mixologist, or a musician, because in all honesty, we just want this to be over with. Now, there are a couple places that we can have this wedding at. Some of these restaurants are going to be changed, because I don't like the way they look. Like, things are just a little too dark in this save file. So we have Skyward Palms, Mirage. There's so many places that we can go to. So many different houses that we can visit. We have the Street Food and Market Cafe, restaurant, park, community garden, park, nightclub, museum, lounge, cafe, restaurant, beach, bar, cafe, pool, wedding venue in Tartosa. This one is kind of nice. It's nice and small. It's in Tartosa, but it's nice and small. And we'll do 4 p.m. I think 4 p.m. is nice. So 4 p.m. we'll have the wedding on Saturday. Everybody will show up, and it will be lovely. I'm not doing a fancy wedding, you guys. I apologize. I know it would be nice for Daisy to plan things, but with, you know, a baby on the way, and Daisy, obviously, I think Daisy might even have this baby before the wedding happens. but I just want them to get married. It's time. All right, it's time. Now, remember I told you guys that I'm not precisely following the Sims in Bloom rules. I do love the idea of Sims in Bloom, but I will not be following the challenge rules to a T. Because I love my Sims and I love telling a story, and sometimes these things can feel a little bit restrictive. I know Daisy's supposed to be having her gardening and stuff like that. We will put a little garden in here. Actually, speaking of little garden, I think now is around the right time that we can come in here and purchase some gardening supplies. We also need to grow a death flower. That's one of the things. And then I do want them to have a dog, I think, or a cat, but let me know in the comment section down below what kind of pet you think we should have for the family. And by the next episode, we can kind of go through the process of creating a cat or dog to add to the family. And yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end off this episode right here, but not before I put the things in the fridge. I want to thank you guys so much for coming by and checking out my channel. Let me know what you all think in the comment section of the video down below. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing once again, as it would really help me to meet my goal. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys have given on each of my videos. And as always, I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.